Morning, friends. So it's 10 to 10 on Friday. I'm at the ubiquitous shared taxi stand. Got the front seat by myself. Just gotta wait for it to fill up. Off to Douala. Maybe I should have left a touch earlier, but I was sleepy, and it's only 2 hours to Douala from here, so I'm doing pretty well. Ideally, when I get there, I get a taxi to the port, which is where I'm staying, and then almost immediately ditch Abby and my stuff and head to the Congolese embassy to get a head start on that. Thereafter, going to the Police Immigration Bureau. Mr. Tuller has given me the address and some details, and I can flash this card to try and get my visa extended in this country just in case. Those are my objectives for the day. And I think it's going to be... I'm not going to say it. Yeah. Okay. There is always the dichotomy of speed and comfort, because when you rock up and you ask for a front seat by yourself, so they have cushions which they put pretty much on the handbrake and somebody sits on that. So having the front seat by myself usually puts me at least one car back to fill up. But as I say, it's a short hop today. Thank God for that. I have had so many weeks now of long journeys, and the last week was fun. It was fun, but it was brutal, you know. Yeah, because I was just soaked to the bone, and because this country is incredibly, I mean, you say the rainy season. Even I didn't know what that was until I got here. You know, talk about like monsoon rains and all the rest. It's crazy. And the air is just saturated. It's so damp that nothing ever dries. But yeah. Anyway. Has to be said though, this is my chariot for the day, and it's one of the ones in much, much better nick. Really, quite seriously. I kind of want to get some food, but Abby's just like literally like that, which is not particularly secure, so I don't want to. I don't think anyone would mess with it really, but let's say some sorry. I really kind of like this little area here. It has this Japanese feel with the mossy stones and the running water and all of that. I mean, obviously, it's so ramshackle that it would give the average Nihonjin a heart attack, but it's really quite cool. Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Douala. So, funny thing, the journey was relatively easy, just a couple of hours in the car. Got to the other end, switched to another taxi, gave him the address of my accommodation, and WhatsApped the guy who was the accommodation guy, and said I'll be there in 20 minutes. And he goes, "Oh, it's taken." I mean, what do you mean? Yeah, by me. I have a confirmation, email and on Booking.com. He goes, no, it's taken. So, and hung up on me. I'm going to report him to Booking.com for that, so I had to find another place pretty quick smart, which I have. It's a touch more expensive, but it's very nice, and it's got free Wi-Fi, thank God. So yeah, and that's wiped out my time buffer, so I'm heading directly to the Congolese consulate now. Wish me luck. Well, I feel like I'm on a bloody treasure hunt. So, on the internet, consulate of Congo in Douala, 71 Rue Toyota, with photos and reviews. It's on Google Maps and it's not there, and apparently hasn't been there for some time. There's another consulate for the Congo listed on Google Maps, so I've just walked past. That's not there either, and a nice man said it's round this corner and down a bit. So, success in that I have a way forward. Went into the consulate and laid it all out. The young lady at the desk said, right, you need to fill in this form, you need this, and this. I said, I have all of that. Filled in the form. Said, all we need now is the money. And I was like, how much is it? He goes, well, for a 3-month multiple entry visa. I'm like, I'm not staying for 3 months. I don't need multiple entry. Can I just have the standard visa? He goes, oh no, it's finished. I'm like she was talking like she was in a bar and they'd run out of Sprite. A 3-month multiple entry visa, which I have to get, is 140,000 francs, which is 185 pounds sterling, about 240 American dollars, which is that is more than I'm spending on accommodation for 2 weeks, you know? Anyway, so I'm off to the bank, and yeah. Right, done deal. Aside from the money was extreme. Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Congo have been brutal for the money. But other than that, absolutely pain-free. Zero hassle. She was really nice. She was a bit blasé. Well, we have 300,000 visas as well. I'm like, no. But she was really nice. We bonded over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was on the TV. She just helped me out. I gave her everything. And they had my passport. The visa's being processed. She can get picking it up on Monday afternoon. Fan-fucking-tastic. Really good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and ask her if she can make it earlier, because what I'd like to do is after this, I have one visa to stress about, which is the DRC. So, Congo-Kinshasa. Now you have the Republic of Congo and you have the Democratic Republic of Congo. We do call the DRC the DRC, but the people call them Congo-Brazzaville and Congo-Kinshasa to differentiate between the two. That is the last one that is going to be even remotely stressful, because I think I mentioned before, after the DRC, I'm going to hit Angola. Angola does not have a visa requirement for British people. They'll just stamp you in. Namibia does have a visa, but it's a visa on arrival. So rock up to the border and get stamped in. And of course, South Africa does not have a visa requirement for us either. So once I've got the DRC, that is it. For money and stress, for visas, for this entire fucking year. Yes, which is good. So, I am in a good place. I'm in a poor place, but I'm in a good place. Because that was, as I say, pain-free. I am now going to find myself a beer. So, my Cameroonian visa expires on the 8th, which is this time next week, next Friday. On that basis, they told me about, I confirmed with them that there's a bus direct from here to Brazzaville, the capital of Congo, Brazzaville. So I'm going to have to leave on Thursday, about midday. I'm going to need to sort that ticket out for that this weekend, ideally, to make sure I've got it in my hand. And then leave Thursday midday, get to the border. That's something like 9 a.m. I suppose the next day. It might be a situation like in Côte d'Ivoire, where you literally stop for 4 hours and sleep and then go through the border as soon as it opens. I don't know yet. Cross that bridge. I'm so glad that's done. I'm so relieved that's done, because as I say, and if I have to, I can stay, because it's a 3-month visa. I'm going to try and sort the DRC visa out on here, because if I'm able to do that, that will be just everything sorted out. Anyway, beer time. If this is what I think it is, I've got very fucking lucky indeed. I don't know how much this bloody thing is, but it's in my immediate future, I'll tell you that. Damn. Yummy. Morning, friends. So, Saturday early afternoon, it's just gone 1 o'clock. and I've already had a very productive day. On a bit of an easy one today, because obviously getting to the embassy yesterday on Friday afternoon, and again, expensive, but it was a piece of cake. It was analog. I love analog. I filled in a form with a pen and gave photocopies of my passport, my yellow fever certificate, all that jazz. And that was that. And it's being processed as we, well, maybe not as we speak, but it will be processed by Monday afternoon. That's for the Republic of Congo, Congo-Brazzaville. And as things stand, having looked at the map, I have actually worked out a way to do an end run around the DRC if absolutely necessary. I want to go to Kinshasa. I've always wanted to go to Kinshasa. But if there's a problem of any kind with the DRC, with visa, or it's prohibitively expensive, or something happens, a fallback position is to head to the coast of Congo-Brazzaville to a place called Point Noir. Go from there into the little enclave of Angola. There's a little bit of Angola extant from the contiguous Angola, if you like. Go in there and then get a boat from there to Soto in Angola. That is possible. It's not my preferred kick. Anyway, point is, the Republic of Congo visa is being processed, and that'll be in my hands Monday. I'm immediately going to go from there to the DRC embassy here in Douala and see about that. But I'm in a very good place because of that, because it was taken care of yesterday. So my weekend is stress-free. Cheers. So, had a lay-in, got up, had the piece of quiche that I bought at that bakery yesterday. Left about 11:30 and went straight to a vape shop to fill up my little bottle of vape liquid. That'll last me at least 6 weeks. So probably until I'm in Luanda in Angola, when hopefully I can fill it up again. I've got one little spare one, actually 1.5 little 10ml bottles as emergency stock in my bag. Yeah. That was an achievement in and of itself, because that's something I've been doing every few months. So that's taken care of. Had a street shawarma, which was really good. And then I stumbled across this actually rather squish hotel. I'm not scoping this place out for work because it's too far away from where I'm staying. I am going to scope a place out for work in case the Wi-Fi gets interrupted at the hotel in which I'm staying. So this isn't that. This was just literally on a nice, hazy, yet I have seen the sun today. A hazy, but still quite nice afternoon. Have a cold beer by the pool. Have a decent espresso before going about my day. I'm doing well here. Doing well. Anyway, hope you're smiling. Oh, one additional point I'd like to make is that I've seen my subscribers go up quite a lot recently. I'm now touching 600, which is good. Added to which, my most popular video by a country mile, which was the ferry between Conakry and Freetown, is now touching 10,000 views. It's well over 9,000 views now, which is cool. So, as I always seem to forget to say it these days because I'm far too busy, if you like what I do and how I'm doing it, please do like and subscribe.